That just was still on the trail when Samuel first saw the house believed he was his son, a shape fading dog against the burning sky at the lead with promise and danger. His shiar beat with the pride of a man who thought he had conquered hard iris and final about to land where his dreams would take form. But them amint his eyes fixed on the barn, his stomach twisted like knife-work, because outside the structure stood three silhouettes, immense, unyielding, like stone escarped into figures of living muscle and will. They were women, yet a ran broader than of Iraman had faced in the plains. With arms like forged iron and face and softened big kindness, the scene carried with it such an undeniable weight that Sam's hesitated, breathtaking in their dominancy over this piece of earth. Sam's fingers clenched at the papers in his pocket. The deed has snatched it from McAllister's office in his last visit. Legal writing, seals, signatures, all proved had this wall belonging to him. Harrowed forward, forcing his voice against the wind. This for Miss Min. Hesitated slowly. I paid with my last savings and I one run from it. The lead drove women stepped closer, her face a shadowed mask. Turn back, rancher, she said with a voice harder than any bullet. Your paperto has no truler. Our sweat, our blood, our dead buried in the soul, that 'tis the law. Sam Shan hovered about his revolver but has to let it. His father had sworn. That frontier kills more with foolish pride death than with lead. Yet the world had yield. McAllister omitted, insisted, has ignited tone. I file claim otherwise, shown proof. Their dark laughter to rethread heaselance. McAllister is thethif, said Theoni with a burnt scarracket from mere to awe. Has sold which was not in his name, and hetricked many before you. Weckly read the rocks, water at the cattle, bury your blooder, donic lusliers. The third woman leaned on the fence with hands like shovels, eyes harp and glinting. You shoot right away while you still have a the toil goodbye. Because if weckus, we can silence you here and noodle law man will write a to inquire. For a moment the air was thick as before a storm. His skin burned with fear, yet the shiart would not betray. If 'tis a silly, then we're both victims of some fraud, he said. But tight note of a future in the hand so fanather. It will stay until the truth appears. The leader has studied him like flame as searching wood. Brave words, she said. But bravery without blood means nothing. Work with Uzen Harshan. Shareth reigns, shareth under, shareth the weight of soul. If I approve a warrant a thief, why will ostento your claim? If I fail, will bear you was so the land remains in touch head with the lost lees. Sam testeth dust in his mouth. He went to downership, yet the wasp of an atrial. Yet in thul durnus ametami satrial assault had separated life and death. I accept, as said through clenched teeth. Days blurred into weeks. Centauric had beside the three, his back aching under thinless labor. Tilling fields, cutting timber, herding cattle beneath the soon that burned the true Sutophaman. Hugh chet the women say yes. They never trusted him. Their muscles always tinsidas they didn't to prove weaker than of your I claimed. Little by little he understood that Elaine did not care for papers. It respected only blood and toil. His deed felt lighter in his pocket each day, almost as a mark against the as forming on his palms. One inked under a crimson ski, the burnt-scarred woman revealed their past. Our father was some in Lycia, she said. Work at this wall until his died a. McAllister bought cattle from him, promises written in pencil noting. When his deed, McAllister spread his word hadn't here remained, and town believed. The town always believes whomever holds power. Sam's blood ran with anger. Then Hekia tedious will. She nodded. And no Hekia tedia. The truth settled in his guts like lead. McAllister Wasner, own lias na key and cloth trading dreams for soin. Sabbath is misment. His peppermint nothing. His fight would ever being can seal but steel and sweat. The weeks brought train, storms breaking fences, cattle dying from sickness. Sam held his ground with him, shoulder against shoulder, pushing death back with shovel and rope. And their hard eye shevegan tosia sameth and gothard hand his trust. Not acceptance, yet respect like thinness waiting to hold or break. But McAllister did not stay hidden forever. News reached that the planet to sell the farm again, this to meo eric specular from thesity. Sam's blood bold, if hello at that, the three towering guardians and would lose a Tagather. That decision hung over him like a noose. Herodian tone alone, storming guide on the man who signed away his fortune. You sold Melise, Sam growled. Andy a Willinser. McAllister smiled with the tummy o' snake. Boy, that frontier hastro for mean would know how to play its songs. You were just another full hobart tamery. Sam was revolver not o' fire but a planted unfittable. I work Fatland, a bleed with its guardians. You will not steal it again. Tension rippled. Men in tavern looked away. Silence heavy as Thedeville's breath. McAllister select cracked but did not break. They will kill before if they share. As they'd softly. Andy'll readle it. Sam returned to Thevily at the shadow clawing his shiard. Heck knew war was coming, not with the three hosts two beside him now but them against the men who was near it in town. Their anch, Alrita soak it with toil and grief, waste about to drink more blood. Night came when the town speculator arrived with McAllister, to declare ownership. Samantha three women stood across the fence, their determination ablaze. McAllister lifted his voice. This lendeth men a tossel, and many again. The leader woman stepped forward, her knife rised to the moonlight. No, she said. This land is our senders alone. I fanny Onetrius claim again, it will be claimed with blood. The confrontation crackled like a lightning, gun-shoulstered Budeth hovered closer than ever before. Sam felt caught between incand iron, between paper law and blood law, Yethicosethus. Then Latibideth said no, not Biden earliest but Bihingers. Astorm Rolade if the land itself demanded judgment. Steel and Neferidi, truth shivered within each heartbeat. The outcommune certain, yet same understood whatever happened this night. That frontier would carve its judgment into the earth forever. And as the wind screamed across heavily, Sam realized that it did not stand a Salono or Buta salmon bound to Thelan Biblood, fate, and thin bending tree aloft giants beside him. The deed in his bucket burned meaningless, for frontier slaw was written in endurance and survival noting, and the final reckoning had only just begun.